Hi yogis, it's Izzy here, and today I'll be guiding you through a quick full body stretch. For this practice you'll just need a yoga mat, some comfortable clothing and a little bit of space. Grab what you need and let's get started. Take an inhale, drag the heart forward, press into the palms, lift the tailbone. Exhale, press into the mat, round through the back body, hug the navel in. Move with your breath, sinking one breath to one movement. Inhale. Exhale, curl and coil in. Let's take that a few more times. And then coming to neutral spine, take that right leg back, tuck the right toes underneath, press into that right heel, find that stretch down the right side, the right leg, that right hamstring. Ooh, that's a nice big stretch. Find a few breaths. No tension, no stress, just breath. And then place that right knee underneath the hip. We'll change sides. Left leg kicks back. Tuck those left set of toes. Slide the hips back. Press into the left heel. Find those long inhales. Nice full exhales. And then take that knee underneath the hip. Take that knee underneath the hip. And then take that knee underneath the hip. We'll begin to find puppy dog pose. So hips and knees stay where they are. Just start to walk the hands forward. And as you do, begin to lower the chest. You can reach for a bolster here if you need. The chin doesn't need to come all the way down. You can kind of be in this halfway shape. If it's accessible, you can land on the chin or even bring the forehead to the earth. Notice that feeling along the back body. Open the heart. Expand across the chest. Deep breaths. And then press into the palms. Slowly walk back towards you. Taking your time. It can be tricky to get out of that puppy dog pose. And then tuck the toes. Take an inhale, zip everything up and in, engage through the core. Exhale, downward facing dog. Begin to lift the hips. Press the heels down, start to lengthen the spine. And be really mindful here. You can take as much bend in the knees as you need. The heels don't need to be on the earth. We're just looking for this triangular-like shape, finding length down the spine, length down the backs of the legs. Begin to walk the feet out, soften into one knee, lengthen the opposite leg, and then change. If it feels good to twist, you can invite some twist into the body. If it feels good to just connect to stillness and breath, do that. Notice what feels good for you in this moment. And then honor the body by moving in that way, breathing in that way. Take an inhale. Let's gaze forward. Lift that right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. You can use the hands to help the right foot get there. Bring the left knee down to the ground. Make tiny adjustments, so we're bringing that right knee on top of the right ankle. Take a deep breath, circle, sweep the arms up and over. Reach through the fingers, that length we found in the child's pose. Feel that now along the edges of the side body. Press the right hip back, the left hip forwards. One more big breath. And then exhale, sweep the hands down, frame the front foot. We'll pick up the back knee and we'll step back, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Again, bending Walking out the legs, twisting, finding what feels good. Maybe even shaking out the head. Yes, no, opening, closing the jaw, releasing tension in and around the jaw space. Gaze forward between the hands, pick up that left leg, inhale. Step it forward. You can use this left hand to help it get there. It's tricky to get it all the way forward, so use the hand. Press into the legs, fire up, big breath, circle sweep. Drape the shoulders down along the spine. Feel strong, feel energized, empowered. And then big breath in, reach the sky. Exhale, sweep the hands back and down. Lift the right knee. Step back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. If you need a moment to pause and to rest, find child's. Maybe reach for a sip of water. And then join us back in downward facing dog. Glance forward, pick up the heels, bend the knees, walk to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you need to get there. And then glide the fingers along the shins, lengthen, crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, big sweep, big breath. Exhale, hands to heart, come to standing. Whew. Notice the feeling of your breath, the sound of your breath, the richness of your breath. Notice physical sensations within your own body. And then slowly flutter the eyes to open. Feel that energy through soles of the feet, up the legs, up the body. Nestle it into the core. Take an inhale, press the hands to sky. And then let's sweep them over towards the right side. Release the breath, maybe even turn the gaze up towards that left arm. Big breath, press down, inhale, second side, exhale, big sweep. Big side body stretch. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, soften the knees slightly. Come all the way down. Inhale, fingertips glide the shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let's reach opposite hand, opposite elbow. Frame the arms around the head, let the crown hang, draping down towards the earth, rib cage rested on tops of thighs. Open up the backs of those legs. And then gently release. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold. Step the feet back, find downward facing dog. Check in. From here, glance forward. We'll shift our weight forward, coming towards a high plank, so you may have to adjust. And then bring the knees down to the earth. Open the chest. Draw the navel towards the back body, and we'll exhale. Pull the elbows back and down. Hug the outer rib all the way to the earth. Untuck the toes. Big breath. Lift, press into those palms. Hold here. It doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to come all the way up. You can just find a baby cobra. Maybe you feel more comfortable bringing forearms on the ground, taking a Sphinx variation. open the front of the body, stretch out the spine. One more big breath in. And then exhale, pull the heart onto the earth. Retuck the toes. Hug those elbows into the edges. Lift and push all the way back as if we're floating into child's, but we stay there just for a moment and then come back to all fours. Cross the ankles and let's roll into a seated space. Take a deep breath in. We'll guide that right hand across to the top of the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, grow tall in the seat. Exhale, twist. Unravel the spine, big breath, fingers float up and over. Second side, exhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind. Tent that palm, lengthen as you breathe in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, fingers reach to sky. Exhale, left palm onto the right knee, right hand behind. Inhale. 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 Exhale, twist. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind. Big breath in to grow tall. Big breath out to twist. Inhale, reach, find neutral, palms together, bringing them down to the heart as you release the breath. From here, we'll slowly send the legs forward. Take a minute to readjust, find length through the hamstrings, and we'll start to activate the legs. So by doing, we'll start to activate the legs, so gently begin to draw the toes back towards the body. Start to really think about growing long in the spine. Bring the shoulders down away from the ears. Let's take a big sweep of the arms. Inhale the breath. I'm just going to simply fold over the legs. No stress, no pressure. Exhale, gently fold. Spine is rounded, navel's pulling towards the back of the spine. Head is heavy, gaze is towards the tops of the thighs. And roll through the spine back to seated. Beautiful. Draw that right knee in towards the chest. We'll gently open. Oh, I have a little hair there. Gently open that right knee. We're bringing the sole of the right foot towards the inner thigh of the left leg. If this feels like a lot of work for you in the hip, you can bring a block, pillow, blanket, bolster underneath to add some support. Let's inhale. Let's float the arms up, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to fold over that leg. Exhale, no stress. No pressure, no pulling, no pushing, just folding, softening in over the extended leg. Find some deep, deep breaths. Breathe into that low belly in the back of the rib cage. Send the breath into those spaces, feel them expand, and then feel everything hug towards the midline. Let's take 2 more breaths, you guys. Roll back through the body. Lift the chest. Use the hands to bring that knee to neutral. And then send the right leg long. We'll take the block to the second side. Draw left knee to chest. Use the hands to gently open that left hip, sole of the left foot, inner right thigh. Utilize your props if that feels good. Inhale, grow nice and tall. Exhale, soften down. We're just letting gravity do the work here. Just let the body fold over itself. Filling the body with breath, with lots of love. Lots of gratitude always for our practice, and for everything that the body does. Right? It's amazing. A few more moments to just settle in, move deeper. And then we'll roll all the way up to seated. Moving the block away. We'll shift that left foot a little bit forward. This time we'll invite the right foot to join the left. And we can hold onto the feet, maybe bring thumbs to the soles, fingers to the tops of the feet, or I like to interlace my fingers and scoop up the tops of my toes, gathering the pinky edge. And then bringing my thumbs in between my big toe and second biggest toe. Let's just begin to become aware of the creases of the hips. When we find this shape, we can often begin to grip and hold a lot of tension and tightness here. So without moving, just see if you can utilize your breath. Take a big inhale and visualize sending that inhale into the hip creases, inviting them to soften, to rest, and to relax. Practice that for several rounds of breath until you can feel the body just subtly begin to surrender itself. And then we'll draw a deep breath in through the nose. We'll fold over the legs as we exhale. Begin to bend at the elbows. Drape the chest over the legs. Bring the gaze towards the feet. Maybe the crown even coils down towards the ground. Chin comes to chest. Three more big breaths. Even practice taking the biggest breaths you've taken all day today. We spend so much of our life only using a small amount of our lung capacity. So really think about using every single millimeter of space that you have and breathe into it. And then begin to release the hands. Roll up. Take the hands to the outer thighs. Place feet on the ground. That's windshield wiper to release. Just sway the knees side to side. Feels good. One more. And then we'll come to seated. Maybe reaching for the block, sliding the block underneath the hips for a little elevation if that feels nice. Or just finding a comfortable seat. Let's take a final breath together. Inhale, take the arms up and over. Press the palms together. Exhale through the mouth, audible sigh. Hands to heart. You guys were amazing. You were wonderful, incredible. Taking this time for honoring your body, for honoring your breath, showing yourself some loving kindness, practicing self-care. We can only pour from a full cup, so it's vital that we make this time for ourselves each and every day to check in, to tap in, to journey inward and connect to our deepest, rawest, most honest version of ourselves. It's always my honor to guide you. I hope that you enjoyed this practice, and I hope that you will join me again soon. From my heart to yours, with love, light, abundant gratitude. Namaste.